5 Lakehead delegates attended Calc over the winter break, but what is Calc? That's a good question, and there's still something about bread that I don't understand. But Rasat, one of the co-chairs of the team of University of Calgary students who spent countless hours over the past 2 years planning the conference, can explain it very well, so we'll pass it over to him.
CALC stands for the Canadian Engineering Leadership Conference. It is a national bilingual conference inviting 46 engineering schools across Canada. Our goal is to allow students to network, attend sessions, participate in workshops, and really design and understand what makes engineering students leaders.
So one of our goals as Lakehead delegates was to represent Lakehead and make sure everyone knew how awesome our school was. So how did we do this? Well, first of all, Lakehead gear. We wore our hats, we wore our coveralls, we wore our sweatshirts, we pulled out all the stops. And of course, you can't go to a conference without patches. The Moose is Loose is very popular, so don't leave home without one. So second of all, Wadika nominated the Dean for an award, a CFES award, which is the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students. They plan conferences like these, they advocate for us on a national level. Anyways, the Dean won, which is awesome. And thirdly, we distributed copies of the agenda and the rack, including to one special guest. At the culminating event, the banquet, or if you've got extra class like Wadika, the gala, it sounds much fancier, the keynote speaker was Dr. Robert Thirsk, aka Astronaut Bob in Clue 25 across of the crossword in the latest edition of the rack. So the stars were aligned and we could not pass up the opportunity to offer him a copy of this latest edition and get one signed to hang in the office forever and ever. How amazing is that? Finally, we were courteous and respectful and polite because acknowledging the work of the organizing committee is super important, priority number 1 if you ever go to a conference. This year's organizing committee was particularly impressive. From the food to the sessions to the social events, we were blown away in all categories. They got Red Bull as a sponsor, so they set up this Energize Lounge with free Red Bull so that sleep-deprived delegates didn't have an excuse to miss sessions. Though they also had a Nintendo Switch in there, which is kind of a little bit contradictory, but we're not complaining. And look at this, they had M&Ms with the conference logo on it. Super cool. As for the sessions, they were split between 3 streams: leadership, engineering society, and theme. So we had our pick between the 3. John Gamble, President and CEO of the Association of Consulting Engineering Companies, who's probably been to more of these conferences than anyone, stated that engineering is the only profession that touches every aspect of our lives in his keynote address at the banquet, and the sessions highlighted this. The failure forum was really cool. Professionals talked about their failures to encourage a culture of growth and transparency. It was a crowd favorite and something that we'll be bringing to Lakehead. Spartan Controls discussed how creating sustainable processes is a complex problem and will need multiple pathways because there won't be just one dominant clean energy source. And Shanley McOwen, past Canadian Federation of Engineering Students president and probably the nicest human being you'll ever meet, led a handful of amazing sessions on leadership. We talked about empathy and how rarely a response can make something better. What makes things better is a connection. Of course, we can't cover everything, but the Calc Public Drive contains the PowerPoints from all the speakers, so explore away. We spent time networking with industry professionals at the career fair, and during the case competition, we were challenged to come up with a solution to reduced industrial waste and were judged by conference sponsors. But Marley's team finished first in their category and Brody's team was a runner-up, so go Lakehead. Well, the general delegates learned from the amazing speakers. The VP externals were doing the real work in the governance stream. They wrote policy, passed motions, created budgets, and voted in the new CFES executive. We were all able to network and relax at night, though. We enjoyed singing in a karaoke bar. If you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. We went skating and we participated in a scavenger hunt, which involved running upstairs and line dancing and also cow jokes.
Knock knock, who's there? The interrupting cow. The interrupting cow. Moo!
During the food crawl, we ate at 5 different restaurants in one night. We competed at a barcade. And we had a lot of fun at a drag show and at the gala.
Slide to the left, slide to the right.
It was at these night events that engineering culture was celebrated. So patches, coveralls, mascots, and scarves emerged, and the trading game began. It got a little intense at the annual Celc charity auction. A pair of very impressive coveralls with a Danny DeVito sequined pillow containing more than 150 patches went for $769, and Brody won a custom Celc hockey jersey signed by the organizing committee. Mascots were pretty well protected, though Calgary's cow did get stolen, but as you can see, most of the time mascots were tied to the people holding them. I don't know whose university Beatrice is from, but she has a little Lakehead patch, which is super cool. Unfortunately, we didn't bring the moose, but we found a pretty suitable replacement at the skating rink. I mean, imagine this on Lake Tamblyn. It was thrilling to be a part of this confluence of schools and disciplines and industries and knowledge, and hopefully this 5-minute summary gave you the same feeling. And that was Celc 2023. Thanks for watching.